Hi, this is Cliffhanger. It's a sort of hit and run show for one weekend only. We had a really big opening night on Friday night. It's a borrowed space. It's a very filthy, grimy old space, and we made a decision to retain all the filth, the cobwebs, the grime, as just kind of a very unique space to install the show. The working title of the show is Cliffhanger. The subtext being works of tension and release. Some of the sound effects behind me there are a pretty direct idea of tension, explosions, unexpected. And we're interested in the idea of a cliffhanger being a kind of melodramatic, having a tone of melodrama. So a cliffhanger is a trigger to get the audience back. So a lot of the work kind of responds in sort of a direct or indirect way to the idea of the cliffhanger. So this is my piece here, which is a very sort of new piece. It's in essence a series of found spoons dipped in paint, and there are these sort of very interesting, intricate little sort of graphic drawings set into the spoons, with a wall-based drawing above. The piece is called Hard to Swallow, and there's a lot of kind of narratives in here about maybe women being the accused. I think some of the content comes from having worked as an artist in a women's prison and worked closely with women who were on life sentences. So these are sort of taken from obviously film noir, film stills and appropriated images. This work by Anne Vaughan. Anne almost always works in an intensely site-specific manner, so she sort of interacts psychologically and physically with the architecture and physical characteristics of the space. And here, as you can see, she's kind of filled all the gaps. And she's got all floor pieces. The doors ajar leading to another sort of non-access space, and kind of liked the idea of work sitting there in this sort of space between the rooms. Layla's work, she's currently at University of East London. This is part of a series of kind of scrutiny of dolls that are kind of in the hands of very young girls at the moment. And the dolls have an alarmingly precocious sexuality, and photographed in this way there's a real blur between the doll and the sort of the stereotypical streetwalker perhaps that the doll seems to represent. Matthew Chambers' work, so simultaneous fragments of filming. It works across 3 TVs, and it's all kind of cause and effect, physical tensions being created with his kind of experimentations with kinetic machines and funny little phenomena that he sets up. This is Paul Manners. They're kind of it's a dialogue between the physical reality of these sort of some of the sculptural processes and the illusory nature of painting.
At a formal level, the work is questioning the balancing act between the physical and the illusionistic. It's driven by manipulation of materials that already have an identity and forcing them into another one. So the methodology and the process is driven by the materials to allow for an illusion to occur.
This is another piece by Anne Vaughan, and it's she's wrapped up the pipework and extended it into this strangely alien form. These 2 hanging pieces are by Ellie Smith, who's another of the studio artists, And one sort of using very much organic natural forms, and the other is synthetic. They both seem to correspond to a kind of hybrid nature in some way. This is Maria Swepson. The headphones go right up into the studio, so you have to kind of pluck them out of the air and stick them on. It's kind of interesting because you become like the machine. You become the camera, because the sound is it's two different sounds. One of an old slide projector and one of a Super 8 projector, and so the constant clicking sets up this tension of everything else that you look at in the space. It responds to the soundtrack. So it was quite fun on the opening night, because whoever had the headphones on became a performance in themselves, actually.